Hi, welcome to SideQuest E, the Marvel Legacy Saga. Here, we will watch the rest of 20th Century Fox's Marvel films such as Daredevil, Elektra, and Fantastic Four, and other Marvel films made by other film studios such as Blade, The Punisher, and Ghost Rider. Now before we begin, may I remind you that there will be spoilers, and it will take you approximately 32 hours and 36 minutes to complete this side quest. So, strap in, grab some popcorn, and let's get started. First, we're going to watch Daredevil. Released in 2003, we see Ben Affleck play our main character, Matt Murdock. We also see characters such as Elektra, Bullseye, Kingpin, and Foggy Nelson. Now, I would highly recommend you watch the director's cut version of this film as it explores more of the lawyer side of Matt Murdock. Released in 2005, we see Jennifer Garner return as Elektra. We are introduced to characters such as Kirigi, Stick, and Typhoid Mary. Next, we're going to watch Fantastic Four, starring Ewan Griffith as Mr. Fantastic, Jessica Alba as the Invisible Woman, Chris Evans as the Human Torch, Michael Chiklis as the Thing, and Julian McMahon as the villain, Dr. Doom. Next, we're going to watch Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. We see the return of the original team, as well as new characters such as Norrin Radd, also known as the Silver Surfer, and a very disappointing cloud-like version of Galactus. Released in 2015, we see a reboot of Fantastic Four, starring Miles Teller as Mr. Fantastic, Kate Mara as the Invisible Woman, Jamie Bell as the Thing, and Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch. Now, from here we are going to watch other Marvel films made by other film studios. These films are more dark and violent, just like the Defenders saga that we watched back in SideQuest B. Released in 1998, we see Wesley Snipes play a character by the name of Blade, a half-human, half-vampire. We're introduced to characters such as Whistler and a comic book villain known as Deacon Frost. Next, we're going to watch Blade 2, as we see the return of Wesley Snipes as our main character. We're introduced to a brand new villain known as Jared Nomak. Next, we're going to watch Blade Trinity, the final part to this Blade trilogy. We're introduced to characters such as Hannibal King, played by Ryan Reynolds, Abigail Whistler, played by Jessica Biel, and Dracula, played by Dominic Purcell. In the extended, unrated cut of this film, we see an alternate ending where we see Hannibal King and Abigail Whistler chase down a werewolf. This could possibly be a character by the name of Jack Russell, Werewolf by Night. Following Blade Trinity, we're going to watch Blade the series. This show is a continuation of the Blade trilogy. However, Wesley Snipes does not return to play our main character. Instead, the role of Blade is taken up by actor and rapper Sticky Fingers. From here, we're going to watch a series of Punisher films, starting with 1989's The Punisher film starring Dolph Lundgren. This is your typical 1980s action film and does not include any characters from the comic books outside of the Punisher himself. Released in 2004, we're going to watch a more comic book accurate version of The Punisher starring Thomas Jane. We're introduced to characters such as Joan, Spacker Dave and Mr. Bumpo, and a character by the name of The Russian, whom you will see a version of in The Void, in Deadpool and Wolverine. Next, we're going to watch The Punisher: Dirty Laundry. This is a short film that was screened at San Diego Comic-Con back in 2012, which sees the return of Thomas Jane as the Punisher. Next, we're going to watch Punisher: Warzone, played by a different actor, the late Ray Stevenson. We're introduced to comic book characters such as Martin Soap, Jigsaw, and Microchip. Moving over to another character, Johnny Blaze, we're going to watch Ghost Rider, starring Nicolas Cage. Now, we did see a version of Johnny Blaze in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. saga, where we see Johnny Blaze's Ghost Rider pass on the spirit of vengeance over to Robbie Reyes. This film introduces us to Roxanne Simpson, the Caretaker, Blackheart, and Mephistopheles, also known as Mephisto in the comics. Next, we're going to watch Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. Now, this is kind of like a soft reboot, even though Nicolas Cage returns as Johnny Blaze. we see a different version of Mephisto, and we are introduced to characters such as Danny Ketch and the villain known as Blackout. Congratulations, you've just completed Side Quest E, the Marvel Legacy Saga. Now from here, you may move over to Side Quest F, the Marvel Animated Series Saga. Now this isn't completely necessary, so if you don't have the time to watch a whole bunch of cartoons, you may go ahead and start the Spider-Verse saga, starting with Spider-Man Far From Home. Whichever path you decide to take, I'll see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this content and found it super helpful, may I invite you to hit the like and subscribe button down below, and hit the notification bell every time this timeline gets updated. Let me know also down in the comment section below your favorite film from the Marvel Legacy Saga.